Hello everyone and welcome to Belgrade Arts Show TV. I'm your host Pavle Knezevic and our today's studio is this famous and awesome art gallery in Čumićevo Sokače. It's called Barcelona. And I'm very glad to present you our guest, Ira, what's your name? Ira Pennygent, is that correct?
Yeah,
is that your artistic name or your real name?
That's the artistic name.
Yeah, and he will tell us about his new art projects. Ira, welcome.
Thank you. It's a pleasure being in this gallery. Thank you for having me today.
Thank you. Tell me something about yourself.
I'm originally from the States, from Houston.
Yeah.
And I came over here to be with my wife.
Mm-hmm.
And while living here, I've gotten the inspiration for our upcoming short film project.
So, what's the new movie?
The new movie is called Yusuf.
And what is Yusuf about?
Yusuf is a story that is inspired by the Syrian civil war and the supernatural.
Supernatural in what way?
It's a blending of the real and what is described in the Quran, which Muslims, of course, hold to be real. By the supernatural, we mean the jinn.
Okay, what about him?
The world of the jinn are supernatural creatures, which, according to the Quran, inhabit our world.
Okay.
The Quran says that the jinn were created before man, out of smoke and fire. And many of us today, we think of the genie, which comes from the idea of the jinn. Our story is inspired by the jinn in the Quran.
Why tell the story now?
So the name of the story is Yusuf.
Okay.
It centers on the character for whom it is named, Yusuf. It's inspired by the Syrian civil war and the jinn that we talked about. Basically, following a bombing of an apartment in Aleppo, one man survives. And he's offered a way out of the Syrian war. He's visited by a mysterious stranger that makes him a deal that he can bring him through the back door of Europe. And by back door of Europe, we mean Serbia.
Okay.
He brings Yusuf to Serbia. Yusuf quickly regrets this decision. And soon he begs the head Muslim leader of the mosque over here for an exorcism.
Oh, that's the story. How do you plan to make the film? Like, can you share some tricks or the trade of or ideas or something you have?
Yes, that's a good question. So the story has been nothing short of an experiment. We are filming in black and white, taking inspiration from David Lynch, Eraserhead. We're playing with lights and shadows. We're playing with what's seen and what's not seen, the real and the supernatural. Our jinn, of course, will be true to the story of how they came into existence. So he does materialize out of smoke. That much we can give away.
Okay. Is there more shadows than light in your movie?
That's a very good question. At times there are more shadows. At times we are completely lost in not only shadows, but a lot more smoke and a lot of what we can see through smoke, which is not clear.
What will you do with the final product, with finished product?
That's a great question.
When you're done with the movie?
I hope we're done on the movie, knock on wood. So the first thing is we are very ambitious about submitting this to the film festival circuit. We plan on submitting it to European film festivals, British and American film festivals. We would love to get this distributed. Long story short, we're very much open to whoever's interested in this. But I will say this, there's enough material in this to really flesh out into a full-length feature.
Cool.
So we're very much open to whoever's on board with this, but we will definitely be going to the film festival circuit and seeing if we can get some online streaming options.
That's the first goal.
Yes.
One of the first goals.
Yes.
Why did you decide to crowdfund?
Okay, that's a great question. First answer, we need the money.
Okay, everybody needs the money. Yeah.
That's true. It's really a modest budget, just $1,500 American. But at the same time, because we live in the day and age of social media, we feel this is also a great way to really get our story across to a wide audience. And we can get into this, but crowdfunding basically helps us to get what we need done to make the production.
Yes. Can you name some of the perks?
Exactly. That's another great question. So everybody that contributes, we say thank you, and there are rewards from $5 on up to executive producer, which is $500. So from $5 to $500 up. No contribution is really too small. So that amounts to anything from getting social media shout out to, at the very top level and in between, getting a hard copy of our screenplay, getting a video chat, the opportunity to talk with us and get a weekly checkup with the crew, really get close with the production, to the very top level, which will include something unusual. We can't say what, but something very unusual of my choosing, which will be from the set. Don't worry, it's not going to be anything outrageous, but it will be from the set. And also those who contribute at the highest tier will be given a very warm tour of Belgrade, where we're shooting, followed by a wine and cheese dinner. Yes.
That's nice.
Yes.
Very nice. What will you use the money for?
We're going to use the money for costumes.
Okay.
The costume is pretty elaborate for the djinn, who's a supernatural character.
Yeah.
We're going to use it to rent lights. We're going to use it to have crew, just make sure that our cast and crew are comfortable and well fed and things like that.
I'm into Jin. Like, tell me more about him. How will he look like?
So there's this book which inspired us. It came about in the 14th century, and it's called the Book of Wonders.
Okay.
And I really highly recommend that you guys look at it. Maybe we can get some pictures. It'll definitely be on our Facebook page, which is Yusuf, and we'll have a link to that. But our djinn is inspired by the Book of Wonders, a mysterious 14th century manuscript.
Yes.
Nobody knows where it came from, and it has very odd illustrations of the djinn and the djinn king. Some of them look like animals. Some of them look like, just sort of blue, very strange outfits, kind of pointed ears, turban.
Oh, cool.
Our djinn is inspired by the Book of Wonders. From the 14th century.
Everybody needs a wonder.
Yes.
Tell me, why are you making a movie and you're not like painting or acting or do you act or?
I used to act. I'm not much of a painter.
Yeah.
Singer.
You can be a singer.
Maybe I can. Maybe it's Johnny Cash or Western. And certainly the photographer here is much better than I could be. But I'm a storyteller, and I'm first and foremost a writer. So I believe in the story. I want to tell the story, and I love film. And I think film is the vehicle to tell the story, to send it out. It's very visual. Is what we have in mind.
Can you have some last sentence in this interview towards the public about the project?
We're very excited about this project. We're so grateful to be here today with Pavle and this studio, which is really great.
It's my pleasure.
And we have a wonderful town that offers a lot of variety. We're very excited about this project, and we're at a critical moment at the same time. So we're calling upon people to support us, to help us tell this much needed story about the Syrian civil war, about the refugee crisis, about the supernatural. No gift is too small. What you basically spend on a couple beers, a couple coffees, can really help us move forward in a concrete way, whether that's getting makeup or renting lighting. We feel the world really needs a story, and beneath all the symbols of the supernatural and what we hope is a really great story, we hope that we can raise a voice to what's happening in Syria right now. Thanks for watching, and it's been an honor to be on your show.
Yeah, thanks for watching, and thank you, Ira.
Thank you very much.